Hi. Another way to create QR codes, especially if you are going to create a lot of QR codes, I would use this maybe for a lesson where you're putting centers around the room and you need to generate quite a few QR codes at once. When that's what you want to do, instead of using your QR extension like I demonstrated in the last video, I recommend doing this from Sheets and using an add-on called QR code generator. Now, if you aren't familiar with add-ons, all of our Google Drive applications have add-ons, and they do all sorts of cool things. You can see I have quite a few that I use with Sheets. To get an add-on, you simply click Add-ons, go to Get Add-ons, and you're going to type a description. Again, just like in the Chrome Web Store, it has to be kind of accurate, but if we just type QR code here, or even just QR, it'll come up pretty quickly. So you can see I already have it, so I do not need to add it, but that's how you get QR codes added on. Once it's there, it's going to be available to use. It's pretty simple. You need to have one or two columns. I highly recommend you use two columns because if you only have the one column with the link that you're going to match your QR code for, when you print them out, you're not going to have a single clue as to what QR code goes with what link. So I always do a link in column A and a description in column B. And that puts a nicely placed description underneath each QR code so that when you do go and print this out and cut them out for to place around the room, it'll be ready to go. So once it's installed, it's pretty simple. You're going to select the cells in the columns and rows that you want to generate the QR codes for. Now, you can use this to generate all of the QR codes you see on my sheet. I have 11 different links that I'm going to be using, but there's no reason I can't reuse this same document and do one or two at a time just by selecting what I want. For example, if I just want one QR code, I just select those two cells, and then I go to my QR code generator, and I'll just get that one QR code. But for me today, I want to select all of them because we're going to show how that works. So once they're selected, I go up to Add-ons, and I'm going to go down to my QR code generator, and I'm going to hit Start. It gives me a couple different options. Once it loads, I'll show you. The default is to save it as a document. That means it's going to save automatically to a Google Doc. I could also save it automatically as a PNG graphic file. Draw a border is an option that puts a little square around it, makes it easier to cut out if you're going to be using it for a center. And then again, I always use that second column. There is a limit. You can't have too much text in that second column, but so far I haven't ran into that. You can also shorten your URL if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. And then once it's there, you hit Generate. Depending on how many you have here, will determine how long it takes for it to generate the Google Doc. And then I'm going to click Open Document. It automatically names it QR codes with the time and date stamp, which is handy for retrieving it. If you want to match it to a lesson, I highly recommend that you go and rename it. And as you can see, it is putting them all together for me in beautiful little boxes, all ready for me to print and then cut out. Or, these are images, so I can actually click on them and be able to copy them. And that's all there is to it. Thank you.